News 4 Investigates tonight is watching out for you as we push through this pandemic. Another health crisis worsens for the St. Louis region. Right now, fentanyl is driving an alarming spike in drug overdose deaths. Only News 4 Chief Investigator Lauren Traeger is digging into the new tool police are now using to figure out if you live in a fentanyl hotspot.
I would physically get ill if I didn't have it.
Nathan Fotts had been in the grip of other drugs for years.
You don't see it. You can't see the forest. All you can see is the tree in front of you,
But when he started using fentanyl, so highly addictive and dangerous,
it just was bad news.
he overdosed 7 times, no longer caring if he lived or died.
I thought to myself, maybe my family would be better off if I wasn't here.
Fentanyl, just even this much of an amount misused, you're in the hospital, you're flatlining.
Jesse QUIROZ runs the live-in rehab program, The Dream House in Troy, Missouri.
We're starting to see drug abuse go up tremendously. We've never had more applications. We've never had more people saying, can I come, can I stay? Just because it's another pandemic we're really experiencing.
Lincoln County Sheriff Rick HARRELL says they too have noticed the terrifying trend. Between January and May this year, there were 46 overdose calls in Lincoln County, nearly twice as many as compared to the year before. Overdose deaths also on the rise. The sheriff says crackdowns on meth and prescription pills could be one reason.
Any time we focus on something, it's like playing whack-a-mole.
But he says it's also the stress of the COVID pandemic and a flourishing availability of fentanyl.
What they're failing to grasp really is that it's maybe cheaper and maybe more available, but it's also deadlier too.
There's people everywhere dealing drugs.
This undercover detective, speaking exclusively to News 4, says they do their best to get the stuff off the streets, making buys and following the fentanyl food chain.
We see a lot of it coming from the St. Louis metro area, and it gets funneled out.
But you might be surprised by the users, he says.
It's your neighbor.
Mothers and fathers, all addicted to fentanyl.
It's everywhere, and it comes in all shapes and forms, and people are really good at hiding it.
So this is Troy.
To tackle it, the department's also getting high-tech.
This is a heat map of a set of data, approximately 6 years.
A brand new tracking tool for law enforcement and the public to plainly see the fentanyl hotspots.
So at this particular location, you can see there were 10 incidents.
On some aspects, there's been a law enforcement failure somewhere, that criminals somewhere believe that they're able to operate with impunity.
Lincoln County Prosecutor Mike Wood says now for the lower level user, treatment is the plan. But they will throw the book at those dealing the drugs.
We want to send a strong message that the dealers aren't welcome here.
I kept digging deeper.
For Fotts, there was finally a rock bottom.
The last straw was probably my wife asking for a divorce, my kids not really wanting to have anything to do with me.
For somebody to go from that pit to where he is right now, come on, that's hero stuff right there.
Fotts reconciled with his wife and kids, and now mentors others struggling with addiction. But to those still using fentanyl, Fotts says it could be a fatal flaw.
People are dying, it's ripping families apart.
Other agencies in the region say they too are seeing a spike in fentanyl use. If you want some more information on that Dream Center in Troy, we've got a link for you at KMOV.com. And if you've got something you want me to investigate, email me at investigates@KMOV.com. I'm Lauren Traeger, News 4 Investigates.
The site that shows you the hotspots in Lincoln County just went live today. We have posted a link for you to take a look. You can find that on KMOV.com and your KMOV News app.